I'm Amber Lord, and I'm a senior at the University of Texas in Arlington in the education program. The Open Door Preschool Project is a service learning experience that is part of a children's literature course at the University of Texas at Arlington. The course is part of a teacher preparation program for university students who want to become certified elementary teachers. Dr. Kathleen Tice designed this service learning experience along with Sandra Thomas, the director at Open Door Preschool. Through this experience, UT Arlington students enrolled in List 4374 have the opportunity to read aloud to children over a period of a month. The program began in the fall of 2008. Open Door Preschool is located in East Dallas, and the school has been in existence for over 40 years. The school is a nonprofit that serves working poor families that do not qualify for Head Start, but who also cannot afford preschool. Most of the children come from homes where English is not open. The children come from various backgrounds, including Latino, Korean, and Chinese. In recent years, children have enrolled whose families are refugees from Burundi in Africa, which ranks the poorest or second poorest country in the world. Burundi also has suffered from genocide. Through this service learning experience, the children at Open Door hear 3 books read aloud, and the children receive 3 books each semester, so that during a year, the children become familiar and receive 6 books. These books represent excellent children's literature. Dr. Tice has received funding for the books from Phi Kappa Phi Honor Society. This project is one of 14 in the nation to receive funding from Phi Kappa Phi for a literacy project. Each Friday morning of the month, we met with Dr. Tice at the Open Door Preschool. We read aloud to the children in either small group instruction or in individual situations.
The Very Busy Spider by Eric Carle. Early one morning, the wind blew a spider.
The spider right here.
Yeah, the wind blew the spider across the field. A thin, silky thread trailed from her body. The spider landed on the fence post near the farm and began to spin her web with her silky thread. Nay, nay, said the horse. Want to go for a ride? The spider didn't answer. She was very busy spinning her web. Moo, moo, said the cow.
After we read aloud to the children, we meet as a group to reflect upon our experiences through writing and talking. Through sharing our observations, we received feedback from Dr. Tice that helped us understand further the significance of what was happening. Also, our observations became knowledge we created and shared with each other. The observing and reflecting we engaged in are important abilities to develop in becoming effective teachers. We observed that the children made gains in language development from one reading aloud session to the next, even within a short amount of time. Seeing this take place emphasized for us the importance of reading aloud to children.
Last week he only said yellow and purple, but then this week he said all of them, he knew all of the colors. Wow. And so at first, or last week, I didn't know if it was language barriers or anything like that, maybe you just didn't know them. But this week he knew all of them, and then also in the spider book, he knew some of his animals, and he didn't really say much with the spider book last week. He looked at the pictures and felt the web, but a lot of it is he responds to my questions. He doesn't really initiate or say things oh, that's a dog or that's a duck. But if I say, oh, what animal is this, or do you know what this one is, then he'll answer. He knew dog and he knew the duck, and he had a hard time with rooster. But I don't know. I think he was a lot more comfortable with just sitting by me, and we were in the 3-year-old classroom, and there's a little couch there. So I think just being on a comfy place to read and just being able to sit close, he was a lot more comfortable, and he would pick out. He saw, I think whenever you were reading with your little girl, when you you were reading the spider book, he was like, spider. And then when you were reading the train book, he was like, train. So like he recognizes those too.
She was just so excited, and she like tore into that bag and got those books out, and she lined them up, and she like had them all perfect, and she's like, okay. And she picked the Very Busy Spider, and she just wanted to hear that over and over. And last time she didn't really say things about it, but this time she was saying the animal noises, and she was copying my voice, like the way I would say things, the way, like my pitch. She was copying my pitch. And at the end, like she would, say like, I forgot the last, she was very busy finishing her web, and she would say that, and she would say it exactly how I said it. And in the train book last time, it shows the city when the train's going through the city, and I was like, that looks like Dallas, and she didn't say anything. I was just trying, give some input. And this time, she started to say, that looks like, and I was like, I remember last time I said that looks like Dallas, but she goes, that looks like, and then she paused, and she goes, downtown, and I thought that was so cute. Wow. Yeah, and she knew all of her colors on the train book except yellow and purple. Yellow, she would just stop and look at me, and, I don't know. And for purple, she kept saying pink, so. But most of the time, she did a really great job.
At the end of the month, the service learning experience concludes with a family literacy event. On that morning, parents join UT Arlington students as they read aloud to their children. At this point, the children are familiar with the books, and some children even make a voice print match or try to read the books. Parents and teachers told us the children talked about the books. One father said that his daughter had started asking him to read aloud to her at home. After the reading aloud experiences with the children and parents, we have lunch together in the school cafeteria. In the fall, everyone brings food to participate in a Thanksgiving lunch served by the teachers and administrators, which is a tradition at Open Door. In the spring, the lunch is brought and served by UT Arlington students and Dr. Tice. The members of the Board of Trustees at Open Door are also invited to attend. An exciting part of the lunch is when each child is given a tote bag with the books we have read aloud during the month. The Open Door Preschool teachers also receive a set of the books so that the children can continue to become familiar with each book. Another special aspect of the family literacy event is being able to eat and talk with parents. Prospective teachers usually do not meet parents of children they work with until they are student teachers, which is at the end of their preparation program. Even then, meeting parents is limited to visits on open house night, which does not make it possible to visit much with parents. One UT Arlington student said that even though she is a parent, meeting the parents of the children made a big impact on her. Meeting the mother reminded her that each student is someone's child. We also learned about the impact of this project from teachers and administrators at Open Door Preschool. Knowing that we can make a difference in children's lives has been rewarding, as we saw that we can work successfully with English language learners. Because of young children's attention spans, we read aloud for approximately 15 to 20 minutes each visit of the month. We were amazed that reading aloud to children could make a big impact even in that time period, and we became even more committed to reading aloud to students.
UTA have helped with the children's vocabulary, because most of our children that we get who come to our school are English is their second language, and so they come with all of their cultural words for the apple. No English word for the apple. That's just an example. But the books with the train, the engine, it builds their vocabulary. Also, the social skills with adults get better it improves. They trust adults a little bit better because at first the young adults come to my classroom, and of course all my children are pretty much kind of afraid. So that helps with the social and the trust also. In the past, they have also helped because some of the parents from last year have children that are coming this year, and they're saying that their children are reading really good in school because of the early exposure to the books too. So it's been wonderfully all around. And then at the end of the year, they get to get books, and they get to get the bag. And so now they're building a library at home that they'll be able to share with their siblings. So the book and their love for the books will be passed on. It seems somehow or another to line up with what we're teaching and developing children. So I'm pretty sure y'all well thought it through. These are 3.5, 4-year-old children who need to be learning colors. So here's this train that's pulling all these different colors and have all this smoke coming out of the back of it. And so these children are excited. I had a parent that came a couple of weeks ago and told me that her daughter's doing real well. And of course she's in first grade. And she's reading, can you imagine? Not just only did the school prepare her, but y'all came and collaborated with us with the reading, which got her interested, even excited about wanting to read as a first grader.